Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss how to determine the equation of a quadratic function given a graph. Example number 1. What is the equation of this graph here? We are going to write our answer in standard form. F of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Generally, to find the equation of a quadratic function, we need any 3 points that are on the graph. However, if we will use the vertex, we need one more point. So here we are going to find the values of a, b, and c. This is the equation of a quadratic function in vertex form. Now we are going to use the vertex. So the coordinates of the vertex are 2 and -3. This 2 is the value of h, and this -3 is the value of k. So we have this equation now. F of x equals a times the quantity x minus 2 squared minus 3. Now we need one more point. Okay? We will use this point here. 0, 1. So this 0 is the value of x, and this 1 is the value of f of x. So we will substitute f of x with 1 and x with 0. Now we have this equation. 1 equals a times the quantity 0 minus 2 squared minus 3. Now simplifying this equation, we have 0 minus 2 is -2, then square it, that's 4. So this means 1 equals 4a minus 3. Adding 3 on both sides of the equation, we have 4 equals 4a. Dividing both sides by 4, we have a equals 1. Now we are going to substitute this a here with 1. Our equation now is in vertex form. Since we are asked to write it in standard form, we continue with the next steps. So this one here won't affect the quantity x minus 2 squared. So we can just square this binomial here, x minus 2. So we have f of x equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. So this part here, okay, x squared minus 4x plus 4 is the square of the binomial x minus 2. Now we can simplify this part here, 4 minus 3. And the equation is f of x equals x squared minus 4x plus 1. So this is the equation of this graph we have here on the right. Example number 2. What is the equation of this graph here? Again, we are going to write our answer in standard form. F of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. Let's start off with the equation of a quadratic function in vertex form. So the vertex here has the coordinates -1 and 4. Now substituting h with -1 and k with 4, we have this equation. F of x equals a times the quantity x plus 1 squared plus 4. Now, using any of these points here, this time we are going to use this one, okay, this point, 1, 0. So this one is the value of x, and this 0 is the value of f of x. So we have 0 equals a times the quantity 1 plus 1 squared plus 4. Now simplifying our equation, we have 1 plus 1 is 2, then square it, so it's 4, then times a, it's 4a. So we have 0 equals 4a plus 4. Now subtracting 4 from both sides of the equation, we have negative 4 equals 4a. Dividing both sides by 4, we have a equals negative 1. Now we are going to substitute this a here with negative 1. Now our equation is in vertex form. Since we are asked to write it in standard form, okay, we will continue with the next steps. So this negative 1 here will affect the product when we square this binomial x plus 1. So we are going to square this first. Okay, we have negative 1 times the quantity x squared plus 2x plus 1. Okay, this x squared plus 2x plus 1 is the square of the binomial x plus 1. Now, negative 1 times x squared equals negative x squared. Negative 1 times 2x is negative 2x. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. And then we have the plus 4 here. And we can simplify this part here. Negative 1 plus 4, and that's 3. So the equation is f of x equals negative x squared minus 2x plus 3. So this is the equation of this graph here. Example number 3. What is the equation of this graph here? Again, we are going to write our answer in standard form. F of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So again, this is the equation of a quadratic function in vertex form. So the coordinates of the vertex here are 1 and 1. Substituting h with 1 and k with 1 also, we have this equation. F of x equals a times the quantity x minus 1 squared plus 1. Now we need one more point. So we will use this point here with coordinates 0 and 4. So this 0 is the value of x, and this 4 is the value of f of x. So we have 4 equals a times the quantity 0 plus 1 squared plus 1. Okay, we are going to simplify this equation. 0 plus 1 is 1, then square it, it's still 1. Then 1 times a is just a. So we have 4 equals a plus 1. Subtracting 1 from both sides of the equation, we have a equals 3. Now we are going to substitute this a here with 3. Our equation now is written in vertex form. Okay, to write it in standard form, we have to square this binomial first. Okay, x minus 1. So the square of the binomial x minus 1 is x squared minus 2x plus 1. Then multiply 3 times x squared is 3x squared. 3 times negative 2x is negative 6x. 3 times 1 is 3. Then the plus 1 is still here, and we can combine 3 and 1 here. So our equation is f of x equals 3x squared minus 6x plus 4. So this is the equation of this graph we have here on the right. Now your turn. Determine the equation of a quadratic function okay, of the form f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c given the graph below. You can pause the video and try determining the equation of this graph here. If you are done, I can now show you the answer. The equation is f of x equals x squared plus 4x. Did you get it right? I hope you did. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Teacher Rejil. Keep safe.